Oh my lands, guys. I am back from vacation. I am definitely a homebody. Vacation week is over and I need to plan next week. So this is the Capture the Chaos planner. I have just fallen in love with this planner, and I played around this first week in July and then really was like, oh yeah, this is the one for this week. And then I mentioned in this Plan With Me that this is like the planner I have been using. I just cannot put this thing down. So we're gonna go ahead and go where the mood takes me, which is this planner, and we're gonna plan out the week of July 22nd. We are going to be using the sticker kit, mini kit 734. This is from Planner Kate. It is called Rainbow Garden, and I did take this little book of stickers with me on vacation, so I think my kits are in here. I'm still kind of getting oriented after being gone, obviously, and I'm going to need my tools. It's amazing how much I really missed planning. I did take my traveler's notebook with me, not this big beast, just my traveler's notebook, but this is what stays in my office. So, okay, let's go ahead and go through these sticker sheets and see what we want to do here. I think I'll just use the washi off of the sampler, although I really like this one too. I'm already changing my mind. Indecisiveness with all the stickers today. I think we'll go with this one. We do have some clip art, so I think I'll use some of that and probably some of my favorite dash scallops. I forgot I had the wide washi, so we might need to try that as well. And then for the headers, I think I want to try these off the journaling sheet. Or I could use these off the Daily Duo. I'm changing my mind. Okay, let's do that. I also want to see how this thick washi looks at the bottom of the page or at the top of the page. I might actually cover some of this up. I might need to trim. I could just cover that and put the dates over it, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let's center this. I don't mind that at all. Kind of like that. And it's almost perfect for column edge to column edge. So I won't trim that way. I'll just maybe have to trim some off the top. And I'll go back and do that later. There's like an airplane outside my house, I think. Sorry about that. That's louder than I anticipated. Okay, dates, Monday the 21st. So this sheet that I'm using here is for the Daily Duo, but they're kind of chunky and bold, and I think they'll look nice in this planner. And I also didn't want to use too many headers in my Daily Duo because I was afraid of the bulk. So this will give my Daily Duo a week's break of sticker headers, if that makes sense. Try to do that when I can to minimize bulk, and then some weeks go ahead and use them. No rhyme or reason to my decisions. Okay. Oh, guys. The stickering with my eyeball. Okay, is that straight? Much better. I am liking how these look. I like that Kate has different options for how to date your planners. And then, you know, like this is for the Daily Duo, but I'm clearly not using it in the Daily Duo, but that's part of the fun for me, is trying out the stickers in the different planners. You'll have to let me know, like, do you just, if you use Planner Kate, do you just use the kits for what she designs them for? Because she carries so many. Like, if you're on the Erin Condren Daily Duo, do you use just the Daily Duo stickers, or do you use her other stickers? I'm curious to see. So a little vacation chatter as I get these stickers laid down. We went to Six Flags, and let me just tell you that Six Flags experience in your 40s is way different than a Six Flags experience in your 20s. I actually got sick, and my husband and son were teasing me about that. I'm like, yep, definitely getting old. And then we went to the Major League Pickleball and had a really, really good time there. Got to see all of our favorite players, and my son purchased a hat, just like a baseball cap there, and then he got all of the Major League player signatures on there. So he is like living on cloud 9 right now. And so that was a really fun experience for us as a family, and we'll probably try to go back to an MLP event in the summer next year would be my guess. I might see what's around, but I live in the middle of nowhere in Illinois, like Cornfield, Illinois, not Chicago City, Illinois. And sometimes when we do these sorts of things, it's quite a drive for us. So during the school year isn't always the best time, but we'll have to see. Okay, these stickers that I'm putting down are for the Plum Paper 7x9 Daily. So again, not made for this planner, but they fit perfectly in this top 3 section. I've really been liking that, so we're gonna do that again. Now, this might be a little bit more of a detailed plan with me because I feel like after being gone a whole week, I need to get my life in order, because we have this week, like as I'm filming this, yeah, this is the 21st. So usually I work 2 weeks ahead and I'm just not there in my planner. So I need to get like a reset done for this current week, and then maybe I'll immediately film 2 weeks out, but then we go back to school like August. So 3 weeks, I have 3 weeks, and then we're back to work, back to school. So we got to get the brain emptied and everything on paper. I also wanted to do the washi at the bottom because there is quite a bit of white space, and this kind of matches the thick washi. So I'm going to put this down here to balance out the page, and we will just trim this down so that it goes again from column edge to column edge, keeping everything sort of uniform. I do think the pre-orders for this planner are maybe up in Brittany's Facebook group. I'll try to put a link for that group so you can go check if you're interested in maybe pre-ordering this for 2026. I don't know if it's like you have to be a current customer to have early access. I don't really remember how that works, but I'll link the group and then you can kind of follow along there. All right, we're gonna need some labels. So I have the Daily Duo labels in the decorative boxes and just the basic labels. And I also have the dashboard dash labels, so we could use some of those. And let's jump into plans. So let me get turned to my week because I did I do have like a good week overview going on in my traveler's notebook, since this was what was with me. I kind of planned in the vehicle and in the hotel, so I at least came back to some sort of organization. First up tonight, I do have a sorority meeting, so we'll use a decorative label for that and put that down. And then I have someone coming over for my son to hang out with on today, Monday, and Tuesday, and I want to mark that down so we're prepared for that. And we're going to use these orange labels here. All right, start there and get these put down first. So today's the 12 o'clock slot, and tomorrow is the 11 o'clock slot. And then the sorority meeting goes on Monday. We'll put that down towards the bottom. And then we have, we have to use a dash scallop for this. So tomorrow is the Planner Kate 11-year sampler reveal. I can probably show that to you if you missed it, because by then it will be public knowledge. So let me prep one of these and then I'll grab that for you and put this down. I think that's all ready to go. So every year Kate has a sampler that you get free with every purchase you make on her sale day, which this year is on, let me look, I think the 29th. Yes, Tuesday the 29th. So everything in the store will most likely be marked down for the sale at a really good discount, and then you get this sampler. So I like to kind of collect them, and I'll place an order on sale day so I get another one of these. She sent these out to the affiliate so we could plan some content for you guys, get ideas on how to use that. But I also have last year's sampler, which is the 10-year sampler, and then this was the 9-year sampler, and this was the 8-year sampler. And you can just go on the website and buy these. I'll probably link them for you below so you don't have to search. This was the 7-year sampler. There is no 6-year sampler because that was COVID and there was no anniversary sale that year. And then this is the 5-year. So I have all of those and some other random stickers in this pile, but that's really exciting. I always love how Kate makes something special. I know she really enjoys designing the sampler for the sale. So this is the reveal. It should be up on socials for you to check out, and it has some new stickers on it that aren't released yet, like these sale stickers and these, and I think this, and a new quote sticker. So I think I'm going to use this to plan out a week in my daily duo, and obviously I would be sharing that with you guys. So little sneak peek there. And then let's keep moving with the plans. I also have some YouTube stuff up, and I think I might just use this to-do list over here. Let's do a thin piece of washi off of this Daily Duo sheet to cover this up. And then we'll trim this down. And I want to see if the Notes Companion Monday through Sunday strips fit the alignment here, like if everything lines up. So let me get that. That's this sheet here, and I'm talking about these. So I have no idea if this is gonna line up or not. I think it's very close. Like well, maybe it is perfect. I think I can finagle it so that it's close enough. Yeah, that's definitely close enough for me. So we're gonna use this for my weekly YouTube schedule. So today's video, as I'm looking at this here on the 21st, is a review of the Erin Condren Soft Bound Teacher Planner. It is really fabulous, so check that one out. And then Thursday's video, I did like a sale haul from Erin Condren. They had a sale, so I picked up the bag organizer, and I have not put that thing down. It's been in my tote since the day that it arrived. So there is the bag organizer, kind of setting that up if you're interested there. And then this video is week 30. So Saturday's video will be this plan with me. All right, so that is the YouTube schedule. Now on this Monday for sorority, I have some reminders. So I need to get out my favorites binder. There is a flip through of all of my favorite stickers, so I can link that for you. But I want to use the large teardrop stickers as a reminder with the sorority meeting, because we have a social coming up and we need to pay Carolyn for our theater tickets. Let's see which color. I'll do this pink. I think it's close enough. So I'm just gonna put $42 for Carolyn. And I'm going to move this up so that I have room for the teardrop sticker underneath, because I think that looks a little bit neater as far as where the teardrop is pointing versus having it above the sticker. All right, so we have that. And I want to make a note that we have 3 weeks until school, because that needs to stay in the forefront of my mind. So this is a little flag off the notes companion, and I'm just going to put this over here on the kind of notes sidebar area. Apparently my fingers forgot how to use little stickers, so we'll use the tweezers. So with this being back to school countdown, there are some things that I have not done this summer that I absolutely need to plan to get done in this 3 weeks. And that includes a physical for my son. So I need to call and make that appointment, and then updating any immunizations that he is due for. And I need to schedule all of our 504 meetings for work. Those need to be on the calendar before we go back. And I want the local appliance center to come and do like a dryer vent clean out, so I'm going to put that down too. On Thursday, moving kind of over to the other half of the week here, we do have a pickleball lesson to go to on Thursday evening. My son and I are taking some lessons together. So I want a decorative label for that, and that is at 6 o'clock, it looks like. Put that more towards the bottom here. Saturday is the church parade, so we need to be there at 9:30. I'm gonna use, I don't know. Do I want to mix it up and do... No, we'll stick with the decorative labels for that part. So that is at 9:30. For church items, I think I'll just use some basic labels for that. Let's see what the stickers are looking like here. Sometimes I get going with one color and then it's too much of the same color, but I think I've mixed it up pretty well here. So we'll do an orange sticker for small group, and I need to do small group for Wednesday, so 2 of those, and then we'll do a pink for sermon. All right, so I don't know what our topic will be on Wednesday, so I just labeled that one small group, but I do know on Sunday morning we will continue going through the book of Romans in the morning for small group. And then the sermon, I think, will still be in Thessalonians. So put that down. Kind of like these larger stickers for that because it gives me plenty of room for the details. And then I wanted to turn a habit tracker sideways. I said habit tracker, but I meant checklist because I don't have room for a full tracker down here, but I think this would be perfect. So I think I'll just write habits, and I know those two things are tidying the kitchen and making the beds. So we'll write habits down, and then we'll trim this sticker so that there's 7 dots. Looks like right here. And then we'll put that down here. I also think that that is it. I feel so much better having at least the big things down on paper. So I know where my head is at and where I need to be for the week, and specifically this. So I'm gonna sign off here and get started making some phone calls for all of the things. So thank you guys for joining me for another plan with me. Let me know what you're thinking about the Captured the Chaos planner. I'm absolutely loving it, and all the extras that someday I will get to show you because it has confidential information right now. But after the month is over, I can dive into all of that. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you back next time.